I am up. Don't ask me why I'm up, people. I gotta get this YouTube video up. I'm so sorry. I gotta get this YouTube video up. So, the coffee is going. My face is about to be seen. Yes, I am here tonight. Why? Because it's Friday and I have nothing better to do with my time. And so I'm going to get in trouble, but guess what? I am going to play this song anyway. I don't really care if they try to shut me down. Guess what, Pete? I'm just actually having fun because I promised some people I was going to tell them an update on these daggone teleprompters, and I found it out and I got some stuff to show y'all on tonight. But guess what? Just to give people time to come into the room, I thought that it'd just be necessary to just do a little bit of a role play. You know why? Because I don't care. So it goes a little bit like this.
Layback horns hit me with something like.
Here we go. Diana, I don't care. YouTube, Facebook, restream, I don't care. Maybe I'll get in trouble. They starting to tag these songs, but they can't tag my songs because they're my songs. So I got exclusive tonight on It's Love. And I got the teleprompters going. Hey, baby. Yep. There we go. I'm about to be real transparent with you. You can join me on the YouTube side, people. If you're on Facebook, just test it out tonight. It is, thank you, courtesy of Diana Gladney. She put me up on it. The Convos Live. The Convos.live. Come over to YouTube. Feel it over there. Woo. What's going on, Elo? Briz, you know what, Brian? I'm going to play the Funyuns clip tonight. Yes, Brian, I'm playing Funyuns clip tonight, man, because everybody died laughing about it. In my game, give your real boy Trey a little shout out. He says this. Now, baby, role play. Baby, won't you come and role play with me? Role play, baby. I know you know me. He says this, so let's switch it up. Baby, I'm playing the Funyuns tonight, Brian. I'm gonna find the Funyuns right now. Just to give y'all a preview of what's going on tonight. Switch the cameras up. D-Lo, I got some stuff for us. Let y'all see what's going on. Gotta find my cameras. You know, I gotta figure out these stupid buttons. So make me role play. Listen, role play. See, something down here. I'll show you what's going on. See this boy right here? Something about to pop off right there. June is in the house. Not wine. June is in the house. Yes, it is. It's Trey's new joint, man. Come on. See? Push your buttons here. Push some buttons right here. I'm gonna show you what's going on, Diane. Gotta switch this camera up. Let me get it straight. Rotate. Rotate. No, that's the wrong rotate. She gotta rotate so you can see it the right way. There it is. So, babe, we're going here tonight. I'm gonna show you what's going on with these teleprompters. Baby, won't you come and role play with me? Role play with me. Role play. Role play. See this? I know you know me. He says, let's switch it up. If I talk over it, they can't tag it. Baby, won't you? They didn't shut me down yet. I'm gonna let it play. Yo, that's E. Watley on that bass, boy. No, Sammy, it's not new. I had it for a while. Don't say new, my wife might be watching. Check it out.
Anything drop out, just Eric on the bass.
Put it like this.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Make it funky. I like it. This is the part I like right here. Bridge, y'all know how they do it. Check out. Here we go. Woo. Yes, sir. Right, Diana? Ain't it the dopest? It's like a crazy song. I love it. They just get the horns in there. The horns just go. Yeah, we out. They just rock with it. Listen to E. Watley on that bass. Play E. He won't never call me up. Brian comes on the show. Trey comes on the show. E. Watley, you gotta drag him in there. He'll never just show up. Let me see. Get my girl. I'm gonna get to this little tutorial real quick, because I promised people I was gonna do it. I promised folk I was gonna do it. All right, don't say that. Yes, listen, folk, it is Friday night. I'm just doing one little thing here. I gotta clean up something, and because wait, gotta close Safari, because Safari will jam you up. And so, just in case, I had to have some standbys. People's always welcome. But I'm doing something here, and I'm doing something very crazy real quick. And so, Safari, close yourself. Okay, Safari, get out of here. Thank you. And you can hide. Now, folk, I showed you a preview of what's going on. Let me put my background music talk in there, and I'm going to just go funky right now. Go funky now. Yours truly. I ain't got to pay for nobody with this. There we go. Listen, Friday night. This is what I want to do. I got my stuff all set up, and I got to do this quick so I don't waste people's time. And then the rest of it will be a little bit of blah, blah, blah. But I did promise. Let me see. How you spell Funyuns? F-U, fun, J, is it Funyuns? No. Wait, F-U-N. How you spell Funyuns? Somebody spell Funyuns for me. F-Fun, U, no. Fun. How you spell Funyuns? Somebody tell me how to spell Funyuns. I promised Brian I was going to play it. I forgot how to spell Funyuns. Anybody know how to spell Funyuns? Like, quick. Come on, the delay is not that bad. Anybody know the correct spelling of Funyuns? Oh, my Lord. Okay, thank you. Elo, thank you, man. F-U-N-Y. Yes. Funyuns. There we go. Okay. Funyuns. No, I spelled, you know what? I think I spelled it the wrong way in the darn computer. Okay, so it is in Final Cut Pro, okay? Because Brian Moore, the one and only Brian Fraser Moore, is drummer extraordinaire, played for everybody, was just on the Super Bowl like 2 years ago or something. He was sitting there playing on the Super Bowls, and we're laughing at him because we're like, that's our boy from Philly. You understand what I'm saying? So, fun. I spelt it the wrong way. I know I did. I think I spelt it the wrong way. So, Fun Yuns. You know what? Maybe it's in the show folder. Just hang on 1 second, people. I'm going to get right to this stuff. I promise y'all I'm going to get to it. And so, Fun, F-U, fun. All right, I give up. Because I can't. I spelt it a funny way, but I didn't spell it like the right way to spell Funyuns. So, I got another recourse. I looked in here, and that was during the time of, there it is. I found it. So here we go. It's Funyuns. Right now, y'all, we're going to check out Funyuns. Funyuns right now. What I want to do is, let me get my joint ready. Brandon, you got to stay here for this. Whoever puts on the screen, so this is how it's going to work. Okay. If you put up on the screen, I'll skip right to it. Like they said, nice. Okay, here we go. There it is. Brian Fraser Moore is here. He's in the building. I think Paris knows exactly what it is. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. Paris knows. I'm trying to help y'all get it.
Stop.
This is so good. I like playing this.
I'm here to talk about my man Smurf. Boy, that boy can play that organ. He can play it he's so cold with it. Boy.
Listen what Brian said.
He warm you up inside, make you feel warm and nice and religious. But did y'all know his favorite snack? I remember doing this show with Smurf, and every time we take a break, he was just munching on something over there. I said, what are you munching on, bro?
Yo, are y'all kidding me? Y'all don't. I need to call somebody that know how. And here it goes. It went here. Just, oh my God. Hey, wait, I think somebody got it. Or y'all don't know Smurf like that.
It's two things I'm thinking of.
Don't you say it. You can't say it, Paris.
It's two specific things I'm thinking of.
Don't say it though, Paris.
See, if this was a TV show, they would know this character they know it based off of what he do.
Now, y'all reaching right now. You know what? I'm just going.
Y'all going back to some classics,
listen, man. Y'all reminded me of some classics. Now, see, here it is, and I'm getting right to what I told y'all. Here it is.
I'm here to talk about my man Smurf. Boy, that boy can play that organ. He can play it he's so cold with it, boy.
Well,
he warm you up inside, make you feel warm and nice and religious. But did y'all know his favorite snack? I remember doing this show with Smurf, and every time we take a break, he was just munching on something over there. I said, what are you munching on, bro?
The second part coming right up. Here it is. The second part. I'll put Paris on the screen so we can get his reaction as well. Oh, Paris dropped out. Okay.
He pulled up this big bag, yellow bag with the lime green writing on it, and it said Funyuns. I looked over there. He pulled up this big bag, yellow.
Faithful.
My fault. Wait a minute. Where did Brian go? I lost Brian. Hold up. Let me get back to Brian. Here we go. It was a bag of Funyuns. I'm sorry it took so long to just do that, but it was a bag of Funyuns. So shout out to everybody who eats Funyuns. So my battery's about to go out. I'm so sorry. Let me put my funk track back on because my battery's about to go out on the camera. What camera? The camera that's sitting right here. Okay, this guy right here, the battery's about to go out, but I got a couple of things lined up for you, and I want to show it to you before the camera goes night-night, okay? Before the camera goes night-night, I'm going to show it to you. Everybody was talking about teleprompters. I got teleprompters, so let's go to scene number 1, okay? Teleprompter, hang on, and... Okay, wait. Get over here. I think she might have died. Did she die already? Don't you die. Okay, all right, here she goes. Shout out to Ecamm right there. Ecamm in the building. All the E-cameras, hashtag your Ecamm right there. If you're an E-camera, pose number 1. Let's go. There we go. Camera's going over. So listen, here's what's happening. First thing you're going to see here is the Glidegear, okay? Glidegear. This Glidegear TMP 100. Most people have this guy. It fits an iPad perfectly. Ken is in the building. Ken, what's going? Shout out to Ken and Glenn. Listen, Ken and Glenn are the man for Ecamm. Listen, and shout out to Katie and Caleb and everybody at Ecamm. Listen, people, let me say it so you can see my face. I use Ecamm. I know that you try to deal with the duck, and I know that you try to deal with all this other stuff. I ain't hating. Ken and Glenn does not hate. It's room for everybody to eat. But listen, if you want to be saved, join Ecamm. Hallelujah. Wonder Twin Powers. Ecamm is in the building, people. The E-cameras are here tonight. And so, check it out. Hey, Ken, did you want to come by and say hello? Let me know if you set up you want to say hello. Just say yes. And Diana's got the link. She will send it to you right now. Diana's in your inbox. Diana will say hi, okay? Burnt the duck. I'm so sorry. Let me get back to what I was talking about. Check this out. So, you have... No, I'm not over here. Get off. Okay, get over here. There we go. So now, we got the TMP, okay? I got like 5 bars on the 6600. So you have the teleprompter, and so I solved the problem today. Many people don't know that you can for $14.99, okay? Now, I'm gonna show you a feature of Ecamm. All you do is you put this overlay here. Let's come up on the screen. Okay, I can come on here. For $14.99, there is an app, I'll post it later, that you can buy a little app, and that app will allow on your iPad for your iPad to reverse the output so that you can see yourself in the screen. So if you look at this screen up here, you will be able to see that I'm in this screen. So I can look in this screen and I'm looking right at you. Everybody's kind of figured this out. What I wanted to do was, because this thing was so big, okay, I wanted to find out how can I get a smaller footprint. And so over here, we have a smaller footprint. Let's go. Come on, hurry up, thing. Here's a smaller footprint right here. Let me move myself out the way. See this guy right here? This guy is a smaller footprint. So this is the desview teleprompter that sits right on the front, okay, it sits right on the front of the camera. So if you're dealing with the Glidegear, the problem with the Glidegear is it's pretty much stationary. And most people are stationary. I'm stationary. However, the problem is for people that have the one camera, but you want to do this, hey, I'm looking at myself in the camera type thing right here. Okay, so let me change this here so I can show you how I'm gonna look into the camera. And let's go to number 3, is it? No, that's not number 3. I'm sorry. I just have to get, okay, look. So now you'll see me looking into the camera. So over here, what you see is I have a reverse flip monitor and I'm looking right in here. I checked out, this is the Andycine 4K, right? But it is the 6.5 screen. It fits exactly in here within a frame. So you have pretty much a full frame without the wing on there, so you can look right in here. I can see you 5 times. I'm so sorry, man. So look, you look right in here and now you can see. So for anybody that wants a smaller footprint, let me show you over top. So the over top scene of this, look at this. Let me move myself out of the way. Okay, I'll just get me, look at that. See that? Look at Ecamm. You can just make yourself big and small, shrink yourself. You can't do all that with the duck, okay? Sorry, you can't do that with the duck. So check this out. This guy has all of this hood. It's a lot of hood in this guy, big hood. This guy is small hood. So you got a lot of hood. He's gangster. He got a little bit of hood. Shout out to Edelkrone on the bottom. That's the little, spider thing on the bottom. But this guy right here, okay? He's a much smaller footprint. And here's the thing that you would all love. The thing is, all you do is take this off and you can run around because now you have your camera. You can just go and you can sit this down right here. Sorry, I'm sitting on an Ecamm cup. You can sit this down. There we go. Sorry. Hey, look, Ecamm kind of helps, doesn't it? It works as also a coffee stand and a teleprompter stand. Okay, so you can put this sucker down, okay, and now you have your whole camera and you can just roll away with your camera. Okay, so this is for people that need a smaller footprint. If you need a smaller footprint and more versatile, is focusing in on here, and then I can just take this and go right back, okay, and I can put it right back on top of here. See that? Goes right over top. So those people who are used to the Parrot, now I can come right back in the house if I only have the one camera, and now I'm back to my teleprompter, being able to see myself, seeing my Ecamm output. So for interview mode and stuff like that, I can look at myself right here. Okay, it's doing the same thing as the Glidegear. Let's go back to this Glidegear. I want to show it to you. Okay, sorry, I keep messing this up. So wait, who's looking at me? Okay, so he's looking at me. I want you. Okay, so look, check this guy out. I'm gonna go back to the Glidegear. So see the Glidegear, much bigger footprint. It's simple. I got my wires and stuff back there. It's simple. But if you don't want something that big and you want something for at least almost half the price, you can go to this smaller guy and it sits on your lens. So you don't have to keep going behind it and taking off the stuff, taking the hood off, trying to put the hood back around and, using a string and whatnot. You can just simply take the camera and throw the teleprompter on the lens and keep it moving. Okay, so if I was starting all over again, I actually would be satisfied with the other teleprompter, and that other teleprompter is simply this guy over here with a perfectly sized monitor here. You can use a phone with it, but the phone is not going to give you that flip screen and turn around and all of that stuff, and a stationary camera. Something else, I have a YouTube video on it. My screen is about to die, but this right here is the blind spot. Okay, so with this blind spot, I have this going to the camera so that I can plug it in on the side so the battery's not sitting underneath. Okay, and so once again, for an overhead shot so you can see what's going on, there is just the camera only, and the whole teleprompter hookup is just this one piece right here, as opposed to all of these big pieces, throwing the hood over there and whatnot. So anybody that wanted something more mobile to be able to do more, you can get this hookup right here for less than $150. You got this here, but you'll need the screen. So sorry, my screen just went blank because this battery tried to go out on me. Okay, let's get this battery. I put another one in. Sorry, folks. Yep, she wanted to die, and it's messing up my output. Okay, now I'm gonna get to my silliness on a Friday night. The screen will pop back up. Now, one other thing for iPad people, okay? For all of the iPad people, if you're like, oh, I don't want to get a second monitor and all of this and that stuff, listen, if you have an iPad, the app that you want to get is, I'm gonna tell you the name of it. The crazy thing is you can have a teleprompter view on 3 different iPads at the same time. Literally, you can have them at the same time, okay? Now notice on my 2 monitors, I have dual screens and both of them are flipped so I can look into either camera and have direct eye contact at you and myself. I just got to remember the camera numbers. So the other camera, this camera right here, if I go to this one here, watch. Now I'm right there. I'm looking at you, see? I'm looking at you. I'm looking right in your face. I see myself. I see my microphone over here. I see my camera over here. I'm looking right at you, and it's a smaller footprint, and I can move this thing anywhere around as long as I have my cord in there, and I can just take this right off, and I'm good to go, all right? And so now, back to scene number 1. I'm looking in here. I'm gonna tell you the name of the app. I promised you I was gonna tell you the name of the app. So, on my iPad right here, I can take and get this to see what I'm seeing, just like the teleprompter screens, and I can flip the screen on it. $14.99 is going to do it for you, and that is it's called Avatron Air Display. Okay, I'll just show it to you like this. I'm not going to get fancy. It's Avatron Air Display. If you take this Avatron Air Display, right, and you get that app, you put it in there. It's a free download on your computer. And then all you do is open it up, it connects to the host, and it will throw everything on here. And you can flip it. So you can flip it this way, flip it that way on your iPad. And here's the crazier part. It does it on your phone too. So I literally had 2 iPads and an iPhone with output on all 3, flip the screen, and then also I can pick and use one of the iPads as a second monitor and a dual monitor or an output for eCam. It's wonderful, okay? Now, I did notice a lot of lag the more pieces you stack on. But for anybody that just has an iPad and you want to get a Glidegear, get the Glidegear, take your iPad, put it under there, get this app, and you are straight. Now, another thing is I ordered what my girl India Delgado has, and what she has is she has the Luna. Luna is great because I hear it's more solid, but I didn't notice any problems or super lags with just an old iPad and eCam running. Okay, it worked. So there you have it, folks. I said I was going to do the teleprompter thing. My battery is about to die on there, and that's it. So once again, my boy was watching, and I know he's probably going night, but shout out to the twins, Ken and Glenn. There we go. eCam is in the building to keep it 100%. You know, that's what really keeps me going. I love it. I wouldn't use anything else. They are expanding day by day. Trust me, you'll think that other things compared to it, but nope, not the uniqueness and the love that's in the building for eCam. And that pretty much sums up what I had to say for YouTube. So those of you who are still watching, please enjoy the love button. Can you just hashtag for me, it's love, because I just made my own little video tonight in Final Cut Pro, and this is just the debut of the video. Here we go. Oh, there it is.
They say I'm crazy.
Say it, Jill. The way you got me. This what happens when you make your own music. Thank you, Sammy. She says,
They say I'm bugging. The way I'm
type sweating your loving. That's it for the night, y'all. These feelings I cannot hide. It ain't a question of pride. Oh, she gonna be on here. She gonna be on here again. I had her on here already, Sammy. She's coming back. They say I'm tripping. The way you got my whole life flipping. And she say they think I'm losing it.
They say I'm losing it. Just can't seem to keep my grips. Baby.
See that? Here it is. Small teleprompter right here. She goes like this.
We all cry when we feel pain. When love is gone,
There you go.
not the same.
It ain't a question of
It ain't
brains.
a question of brains. It's love.
Right there.
It's love.
What's going on, Chris? People in the audience, thanks for stopping by. Here we go.
Say what? Say what? Say what?
Glad you love it, Sammy. She says,
They all sit and wonder why.
these feelings I cannot hide.
I cannot hide.
It ain't a question of
It ain't a
pride.
question of pride. It's love.
Cannot
It's love. It's love.
cannot
It's love.
She says, give it to me, 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 give it.
Do you want it on your collard greens? Do you want it in your candy sweets? Do you want it? Do you want it?
Do you want it? Do you in your? Do you want it on your
biscuit, baby? Do you want it on your rice and gravy? Do you want it in your black-eyed peas?
Here we go.
Come on, give it to me.
Hands together.
Say what? Say what?
That's it for the night, folks. Teleprompters, ladies,
Say what?
take your pick. Sweet. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Love, love, love. Right there. Listen, any questions, let me know. Right? So if you have any questions on the desview teleprompter, okay? So that's Ecamm, sorry. If you have any questions on desview teleprompter or Glidegear, I'll be happy to answer them. If you don't want to get the monitor, you got an old iPad, you want to get that app. And then if you want to have a smaller footprint, Sean Edmonds, my brother's in the house. What's going on, man? I see that great work you're doing, and that single is fire, dude. Listen, let me say it like this. That single is fire. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it right there. I see the stuff that you're doing. People, if you're looking to get that smaller footprint on the teleprompters, there you go. Oh, I got Sean Edmonds is in the way. Let me move him out the way. But you have right here, you have the desview, all right? And then over here, you have the Glidegear. I like this smaller footprint. I'm going to get used to it. And actually, for the price of this one, you can almost get 2 of these. And you can have them in 2 places. And so, as you see, I do have the output flipped on both of these monitors. And so let's go right back to, goodness gracious, I'm so sorry, people. Let's go to, I'll show you the side footprint on here. She's going to move. The camera's hanging in. That battery's going. It's about to cut off, people, so I'm so sorry. Ain't nothing, bro. Checking out what new gear you out here promoting. I'm not really promoting. It's really like helping people out, showing. And so, what's going on, twins? How y'all doing? It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. And so, let me see. OnePlus the web. All right. Do I have myself? All right. No. Let me take you off of there. There we go. And then I want to reverse these. So, I'll put me on here. And then, shout out to the overlays. Come on, overlays. I love it. All right, so that would be camera number 5. There we go. So check this out. Over here, you have, that's on the Edelchrome. But if you look at this, look how small the footprint is on this teleprompter hookup. And so anybody who has a small space and you don't want this super big thing up in your face, you can put this confidence monitor on there. Shout out to my boy Monty, who was talking about confidence monitor. You can take the confidence monitor and have the confidence monitor. And you can have a small footprint. Some people are very good at looking directly in the lens, but a confidence monitor up top is not going to do you much if the camera itself has a lens, a screen on there on the side. But if you want to make direct eye contact and see, and if you're pretty good with your Stream Deck and you can pretty much fill your buttons and you keep your eye contact the whole time as much as possible, you can really take and have the smaller footprint. And shout outs to my boy Sean Edmonds. He does a lot of work with his members where, you know, if you need to have something specific said, and just like television or whatever, if you want to do the prompter, you got announcements for your announcer, you have to do some kind of real estate or whatever, you want to be accurate with what you're saying, you can take this in the field with you and throw this right in the bag. Whereas a Glidegear is literally simply for your desk. It's not much going on with there. It's pretty much going to take care of your desk. Did you shut off on me? No. Okay. The iPad was trying to shut off. But this guy right here is going to be great for your desk. It's great on a tripod, a setup. But your camera is glued to the back of it. But this right here, if you go this route, the camera is not glued to it. Okay, everybody is right on here. You just pop this sucker right off front and you're done. So once again, for the people in the back that didn't see it, that wanted to see it, you just take this and lift this sucker off. And here's the good news. I can take this. All right, y'all ready for this? I'll show you this before it dies. I just take this off, and this does so well that, okay, I got to switch it in here, that if I take it off of that camera, I can just sit and take it and switch it. Sorry. Okay. I can switch it and I can just put it right on this camera here. Okay. She just shut off. Sorry. Yeah. The other monitor shut off. Sorry. But I can just place it right on here. Okay. So I can just take it and flip it to any camera that I want because you can set the rings on there. And then if you have a battery hookup to this, all you do is just take the battery hookup that powers it, your HDMI cable to it. You can just take this off and slap it on any camera that you want. Whereas with the Glidegear, the only issue you're going to have with the Glidegear is the fact, yeah, you see me twice, okay. But the only issue with the Glidegear is going to be that it's pretty much your one spot teleprompter to look into. It's your one spot. Then if you want to do words and stuff, you can have your confidence monitor there, and then you can do something else on here. And you can just lift that and take that and go back on here. And now I have my monitor facing me, and I can look right in the monitor over there. Okay, that's what I really had to come on here and show a lot of people, because they were concerned about that, and I had promised folk that I would do that. And I'm sorry, my juices just ran out, and so my monitor orientation is a little funky right now. So I'm just going to kill the vibe on that and leave that alone. So back to my main scene. There we go. All right. Are there any questions? All right. If there's any questions. So that is the it's called the desview, which is like the parrot. So Sean, it's like the parrot, but it's a little bit better if you ask me, because the parrot, the phone has to go underneath and it blocks the view on the sides, and you can only put a phone in there. I try to put a small one on there, but it's not working. So Dr. Freeman, that is the Edelkrone slider. I'm an Edelkrone dude, so I'll give you a view of the Edelkrone. There it is. Okay, so it's an Edelkrone, and what it is, it has the tilt monitor on there, and I'm using my iPad, which has scenes set. So I'll just lift this camera to show you. See the scenes on here? The scenes are set so you can see exactly what it's doing. And you just press the buttons and it'll move to wherever the scene was. So let me take a scene. I'll show you my scene of the Ecamm cup. Okay, I'm gonna do an Ecamm cup scene. So let me go to this one scene. So 1+ web scene. Okay, there we go. So if I take this button and push it to the pose number 5, you'll see it move. Okay, and she's gonna go. So if I'm setting up a show, I'm just getting ready for my YouTube stuff. If I'm setting up a presentation or something, I can preset all of the places that it's gonna go. So let's look at there. So you see it's at Ecamm. So if I wanted to, I could just take, and if I want to show the Glidegear, I'm gonna hit a button and she's gonna go to the Glidegear. So she moves up and she goes to the setting where that Glidegear is at. So it's called Edelkrone. All right. So Hector, would the teleprompter be wide enough for the 16mm? Yes, it will. On here I have a 16mm. If I were just to swap the battery out, sorry, I don't have it juiced up, but on here I can show you the view on here. When I put this on top of that, you can actually plainly see out of it. So what I'll do is I'm going to pop the battery out of here because it needs a charge. And so hang on one second. Gosh, this is so boring. Okay, let me get some music going for you guys. I'll actually, so brother, stop spending my dough. Nah, man, listen, I was trying to save people money and trying to save myself money, okay? And so, wait, who just died? Somebody just died. Which guy died? Okay, let's see. Okay, boom. All right, so I got to just pop the battery on this guy. Y'all bear with me, okay? She might not like this battery. Hopefully she likes this battery. Say that you like this battery. Okay, Kevin is watching, so make sure you like this battery. Okay, now, yes, she likes this battery. Okay, so for Brother Freeman, I'm going to show you. So the model is it's actually the newest one. It's the V3 model. I have the older one is up here. The less expensive one, it's a smaller footprint, and I promise you, it's actually just as good as this. I only put this here because of the stand, so I needed height on it, and I needed to put the spider legs on this guy. So I'm going to show you guys what happens when you. I'm just going to take this monitor off of here, but I'll show you what happens when you put this on here. And this is the 16mm Sigma lens for those of you who have the 16mm. There you go. Let me switch to the view so you can see exactly what's going on out of there. And that view is, hang on. No, it's not that one. Hang on. Is it number 5? Yeah, there it is. That's the view from it. All right. And so here, I'll turn it around. Let me give it a turn. And I'll let you see me on there so you can see a point of reference. And Let me go around. Hang on one more second. And so that is the 16 millimeter right here. And it has the teleprompters on there. So this is with it on and off. Now, I would say I think that you need a light adjustment to it. Okay, that's just my take on it. I think that a light adjustment is necessary for it. Some people don't think so. I think it messes with the light just a little bit. It's pretty much clear, but to me it throws a little, just a tad bit of shade. But that's just a little bit of, hey, I'm gonna put my teleprompter on, just boost the light up a little bit. I don't really see the difference. Some people do. Now, let me tell you one other thing, since I'm going to post this to YouTube. What I did inside of here, here's what I did. I actually spray painted a little bit of a matte spray paint because the inside of this, desview, people, listen, the creators of desview. The problem with your teleprompter is inside the shine is going to come off of the monitor or the phone or something, and when that shine kicks in there, the reflection hits the glass. So there's a remedy to that. You need to matte finish the inside so it's not glossy. When it's glossy, the light's going to reflect back to it from the thing underneath, whatever's projecting the picture. So you don't want that too hot hitting there, reflecting up top and then shooting back on the glass. So you want it to go beam off of, but you don't want it to take the shine. So to not take the shine, what you end up doing is you want to matte finish this inside. So I took the glass off, spray painted, wiped it down, and then I put it back on, and it took away the shine. And there it is on top. Back to the pose over here. See, I hit one button, and she's going to go back and turn around and pose over here, okay? So there you have it. So I'm going to have to check the replay. A teleprompter is on my list within 2 weeks. So Anna, check this out, Anna. You have a choice now. The choice is I figured out 2 ways that you can do this. You can go Glidegear, or so that you can see it from another angle, or you can also pick and you can choose to do it the other way. Okay, I'm not talking to you. Jeez, I'm gonna put some music on. Sorry, and shout out to Farrago, which they know how to get some music on. Let me see. No, we don't want to play that song. No, that's the wrong button. That's the wrong button. There we go. Found my music. Okay, had to get my music on. So, Anna, the desview. Okay, this desview is the bomb. Let me put it where you can see it. Okay, that's the desview. Look, see this? I'm holding this thing in my hand. It's a teleprompter, and I suggest that you partner it up with this Andycine. Okay, you want to partner up with this guy right here. Okay, and it'll fit right underneath. I'm in the small view. It'll fit right underneath here. I'm so sorry. Here you go. It'll fit right underneath here, okay? So if you get this desview right here, this will fit right underneath here and it'll fill up. So listen, I've done the work to get the detail of how this needs to look. Some people just tell you, oh, I have the Glidegear and that's it. And it works great with me. Got you. But everybody does their thing different. Some people are fine with a small monitor that sits in here and you see the whole thing. I want to see pretty much as full of a screen as I can. So I did the work, I did the measurement, and I'll have some links up for it. This particular monitor fits specifically in here, and it's optimized to catch all the edges, okay? It optimized the edges. So, Freeman, that track is Darian Brister, a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine on Facebook. If you search my profile, find out Darian Brister and Darnell Jackson. Those two, they provide tracks for me, and their tracks are fire. They're easy to work with, trust me. And so this fits specifically in here. I did the work on the Glidegear earlier. So that Glidegear, hey, there we go. So that Glidegear work, I actually have an A8 underneath there. My buddy Lemuel, he actually did a number, what did he do? A 10 inch A 10-inch, you can do it. The problem is right here, when people say, oh, I got a bigger monitor, yes, but the length going this way, you end up cutting the picture off. So when you're looking into the camera, you're actually cutting the top off. So if you're an Ecamm and you got a banner running across the top of the screen, you're going to miss all of that to be eye level and with the teleprompter. So in order to be eye level here into the teleprompter, you want to see the top and the bottom. So I want to be able to see right here, my fingers touching the top of the screen, right? I can see all that in the teleprompter. If you get a bigger screen than that, you're going to miss this top up here because it's going to sit out too far off of the reflector. Also, the bezel needs to be able to go underneath, okay? Another thing that people will not tell you, listen closely. The bezel needs to go underneath the screen because you want it to sit in the wedge, okay? You want it to sit in the wedge. Let me point this out to some people who don't understand what I'm talking about. Here you have a reflector. Anna, you got what I'm saying? And what most people end up doing, you want to try to match up your view, whatever the screen is that you have, you want to match it up with the teleprompter so that when you open it like a clamshell, the reflection, okay, and then it technically has to sit a little under here so that, I don't know why people don't understand this with geometry, so that the reflection here has to shoot straight up, which means this has to lip out a little bit over the monitor in order for you to see it. Okay, so if you got a screen, you got a teleprompter and the screen's like this, and you got a big old, oh, I put my 20-inch TV underneath it, well, then your screen is all jacked up and you can't see the stuff on the screen. And then people go, oh, I don't like that one. You got the wrong match, okay? So if you get the right match, the optimized match for the Glidegear, listen, is standard either your iPad, because they call it the iPad one, or the TMP 100, and you put an 8-inch, the 8-inch, which is, I can get the exact thing, but you put the A8 Liliput, that's just the Liliput, so you got to check the measurements on it, and then you can find it, and then it sits underneath the glass so you can optimize the screen, so when you look into it, you see the whole screen. If you have something too big, you're going to miss it, and then you got to shove it underneath or whatever, okay? One other thing that most people won't say, and I'll do this button so you don't miss it. The other thing is behind, wait, okay. You want your cords to go through there, or if they go underneath, you want to make sure it doesn't run into the poles on there. So it's best to come out the side or underneath, but just be careful. Don't just grab any old screen. You want one that fits. So I think people like myself and a few others watch closely and listen closely, because people have done reviews on this desview here, and I have not actually seen a review that considers the optimization of the screen that sits underneath. And then they also don't tell you, because it sits straight here, you don't want something with a big bezel on here. If you get a monitor and the bezel's too big, look at that. It's going to move it out. If it moves it out, what do you think is going to happen to the view? It's going to pop up here. And so to those who asked the question, I hope I answered it. It works on a 16 millimeter. You don't get any vignette. Is it called vignette? You don't get no vignetting. Okay? You don't get the vignetting around here because the desview widens out. The 16 is not going to work with the Parrot. If I were to put the Parrot over top of this, you would see the sides from a 16 millimeter. However, with this guy, you're not going to get it. And the 30 millimeter is great. All right. So I hope that helps and that works for somebody. All right. Any questions? If any questions? Okay. Build yours out tomorrow. Kevin, absolutely. Kev, you're going to build yours out tomorrow. What's next? Flannel graph stories? I have no idea, man. And so, Anna, if you have any questions, sister, just go ahead, inbox me or hit me up. And people, if it's something that you think you want to get and you're dead on it, like, oh, I got to get this, go for it. But make sure you do your research and just know you're going to have to go through some iterations, okay? And so, let me see. Can I stop it? Okay, yeah. You're going to have to go through some iterations. And those people that do reviews, I just wish that people would do more iterations so that they can check it and not just the first thing they get say, oh, this is what everybody need to get. And then after 3 weeks of using it, you discover, you know what? I got issues with it. And then everybody done bought it and they have no idea what to do with what they have, okay? So 2 things. Just because you got laying around iPads don't mean the iPads are just going to work to meet what you want to do. If you got jacked up Wi-Fi, internet, and all that stuff, all of those wireless signals is going to get thrown all around the house. And for people that kept saying, oh, I just use Sidecar, you can't flip the screen on Sidecar. You need another program to flip to use as a confidence monitor. If not, what you see this way is going to be flipped the opposite way. And you're not going to get the right perspective on what you're actually doing and what people are seeing. Okay, so might need a teleprompter. Sammy, you don't need one. Okay, you don't actually need one. It's just the end thing now. It works for Zoom. So people, I use this in Zoom, and this is why the smaller footprint is something that I favored. The reason why I favored the smaller footprint, I'm sorry that light is dancing in the back. I apologize. Kevin, you should have told me. The reason I desire the smaller footprint because if I'm using the Mac Mini or something in another room, I don't want to drag this whole Glidegear gear up and around. I just want to take the camera and take this little get up right here and just hook it on the front, link it to my computer, and I can just look straight into the camera from anywhere, okay? And so that's the reason why I did this review and put it up to do exactly what I said I was going to do on tonight. All right, it is 12 o'clock, and I got to act like I got a sermon to do on Sundays and a few other things. If you watch me on Sundays on my church page and you see something that you like, okay, I use Ecamm, I use the sliders, I use the automatic screen switching. So if you are a one-man band, I can show you how to put the stuff in the folder and have it flip around so that I'm sitting here fishing with the camera, but if I had to set up the show, I could have had it where it would just trigger and move around in rotation with the cameras, okay? And so that's the way to do it. Some other inside information is if you want to do multiple cameras, you don't have to break the bank. There is a secret to it. India Delgado has told everybody, and I told everybody too, you can get the A6000 or the A5100 Sony. So that's just giving up the tape and being nice about it. And so that's the tape that I gave up tonight. And I'll keep doing the giving as much as I can. And so as my boy Lemuel would say, we believe in giving. And so hopefully the giving has helped somebody and you are able to pick up on what you heard tonight. And you will be able to do a little bit more than what you have been doing. And maybe I've answered some questions that have helped you to get to the next place that you're trying to get to. All right, so because my screens are all jacked up and everything, and I just bust up live to do what I had to do real quick, I'm going to go be newsy and see if somebody else is live, and maybe I'll go hang out with somebody else and then use the teleprompter. See, I like this. Now I can log in with anybody with my laptop from anywhere in the house and look, just take this little guy, right? Take the camera and go up to another room, slap the teleprompter on the front, and then I can do confidence monitor with my good camera and look people straight in the face and pull up what I need to on the screen. All right. So take care, everybody. And God bless you. Good night. And I'll talk to you later.